Rage.
Rage. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for your non-Machio answer, but you know my next question.
Oh,
Ah. Why the rage? What are you fighting?
I guess I'm fighting a living situation with someone, and I'm not.
Let's just stop that at I'm
Okay.
fighting a living situation.
Yes.
Period.
Period.
Nothing to do really with anybody else ultimately.
Okay.
A living situation. Interesting. Okay, based on that now, why the rage?
I guess I keep having hope that it's going to switch around. I mean, I've moved into another living situation, but now I'm between two places.
Hmm.
Um,
What the, rage directed at yourself, I assume, but you will happily direct it at others if given the opportunity.
it's what I'm finding out the last 2 days.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Good, good. And wait, what is that rage really about?
It's about where I'm not using my resources totally for what I want for myself.
Could I state it in a slightly different way?
Sure.
It's about your doubt or your questioning of freedom, independence, true independence. It's a little scary. You know, it's kind of
Hmm.
easier kind of hanging on to some old situations or other situations. It's easier deferring to other people or saying it's about living accommodations, housing, that type of thing. But ultimately, really about your own freedom, and freedom from others to begin with, which is kind of is unusual for you and many others, but real freedom. And what happens in that freedom? Are you ready for it? Can you handle the responsibility? Will you survive? Uh, there's and I'm not
Hmm.
trying to give you a hard time, but everybody can see themselves in that there is some what I'm going to call survival energy feeding that goes on a lot of times when you think, well, at least there's another person in my life, even though I can't stand them, don't want to be with them. At least there's somebody or something else. So you use it for an energy feeding from them, and it's not what I would say a vampire thing, but it's a comfort. It's a comfort. It's a very scary thing for the human identity to contemplate being totally by themselves. Very scary thing. So there's that need for others, a need to see yourself through others, a need like they have an answer or may have an answer that you don't have, and also, in your case, very specifically, the concern about will you just leave the planet? Will you just float out of here if there weren't other people in your life grounding you? Not even that they need you, but in a way you need them because without anyone, without that old connection, there's a concern that you're just going to leave. So it's a survival energy feeding. And we'll get to the resolution, potential resolution, in just a moment. Good. Next. Dear Linda Visa, who is next? What are you fighting in your life? Oh, and before you hand the microphone to anyone, there's a lot of fighting going on. There really is. And I know some of you think, well, I have it under control. You only think you have it under control, but it's so rampant. It's so pervasive. And we're just tired of it. We just need to let go of that. It's meaningless. It really is. Okay.